A big game here live and exclusive on 100.7 Highlands FM. Redbacks to the right and Sunbury Kangaroos to the left of your dial. Play hits the ground and it's sharked there by Shreve for the Kangaroos. He pushed up towards half forward. Intercepted there by Murphy. Now Romsey will clear through the captain, Steve Burlock, up towards centre wing, and a good mark taken there on the outer side. I think that might be Anthony Leonard, number 8. And the ball switched out here towards the other commentary side there with number 23 there for the Sunbury Kangaroos. I'll have to chase up some of these names shortly. It's great to see all the excitement here as the ball comes out towards centre wing. Picked up here by Streeter, the Hanging Rock Winery Highlands FM player of the day last week. Up towards centre half forward, ball 30 metres out from goal. Matt Welsh is in hot pursuit. In fact, Dan Gregory is in hot pursuit. He's dispossessed there by Davidson. Romsey now with a rebound here. And they take the ball. They take possession at half forward. And, of course, that is number 38, Christian Gianfagna. He takes the mark, slips it up towards centre half forward to Bruce. He throws it out. And a free kick to the Sunbury Kangaroos defensive 40. Big game here on Highlands FM. Ball up towards centre wing. Ball hits the ground now. Streeter picks it up, puts his head down. He's wrapped up beautifully by Jared Pretty. Very good effort there by the star. He's got his brother in the team. Now he finds it off to Matty Leonard. Ball up towards centre wing. Chipped up there by Kaufman. He's wrapped up, holding the ball. Umpire Billy Mitchell, hot on the hammer.
Action fast and furious here in this first few minutes of this game. It's do or live or let live out there at the moment.
And it's all been played on this side, which is fantastic.
Love it.
On the Romsey grandstand side, the social room side.
Oh, they're getting a great glimpse of it at the moment. Ball at ground level. Dowson's dispossessed. Street picks it up. Sidesteps a couple. Gets a handball in ball back to Dowson. He draws his captain there in Powell. Left foot kick. Beautiful mark taken there by Kane Murphy. He gets the ball going beautifully. Up towards centre half forward. Burlock just throws it on the boot for the Redbacks. Gets it towards his opposing captain there in Powell. Up towards left half forward. Good mark taken there on the outer side there by Jake Young.
Good clean hands by Jake Powell straight off. The 2 touches he's had, Chris.
Oh, he's good. He's picked up a lot of confidence. The wind really starting to push across the other side of the ground. The Kangaroos are at advantage kicking into the breeze.
Yes, the attacking wing is on our wing, Chris.
And of course, we love it. We love to see it on this side. Ball about 50 metres out from Sunbury's goal. And umpire Chris Stead will get ready to do proceedings all over again. Of course, Joel Wood, Billy Mitchell, the other umpires. In fact, that might be Wood there with the ball. Throws the ball up. Bruce wins it down. And now the Redbacks are on the outer side. Up towards centre wing. Skittles Cup. But it finds Powell. Back to Cuff of the Jamie variety. Gets it on the street. Sunbury linking by handballs. Now Leonard. Right foot kick around the body. Up towards half forward. Ball hits the ground again. Good pressure here from both sides. Opportunity here for the Roos. Opportunity here for Murphy. Opportunity for a goal. Bang!
Right through the high diddle. First blood, of course.
A good day to be, particularly today, to be playing in front of the pack. And if the players can do that, I think they'll be helping themselves. A lot of judgment required by the defenders or the player coming from behind to not interfere with the player in front.
Now, let's clarify the wind situation, boys. Which way is the wind blowing?
It's probably across the ground.
Across the ground?
And slightly, I think, to the right, isn't it?
So we think maybe that would favour...
You can see with the wind socket above yes, it's slightly across the ground.
Okay, and again, plenty of sunshine anywhere near Romsey. Come and join us. This match will be a crackerjack.
Here on Highlands FM, live and exclusive. Of course, you can catch it on Red Onion over the next couple of days on your on the rdfl.org.au website. Brilliant work there by Young. Left foot kick from half back. Just skittles a couple here on centre wing. Opportunity now here for Opie. Up towards half forward. Ty Cuff tries to sidestep his opponent, and he's wrapped up, and the umpire will get ready to indicate a boundary throw-in around about 70 metres out from goal. The Roos drawing first blood. Ball goes up. Jamie Cuff wins the ball down for the Roos. Ball slips out the back now to Harrison, the former Sunbury Kangaroo. Now the Roos through Streif. He's winning plenty of it on Highlands FM. Opie, after a few volleyball knocks, he finds Cuff, and he's got time and space in front of Shannon Green. About 70 metres out from goal. He gets on that trusty right foot.
Did you see the ball drifting away to the pocket?
It's just a lot of... But he did get a lot of purchase on that as well.
No, he didn't.
And he finds a teammate there in Jared Pretty, who picked up the ball here on centre wing, guys. Looking in very good form.
Yes.
But he might have a job ahead of him about 50 metres out from goal. The scoreboard side of the ground.
Yes, the fellas have got to use their judgment today and making sure that they are placing themselves between the ball and their opponent, and that is all playing in front and getting inside.
Jared Pretty here for the Sunbury Kangaroos. Right foot kick. It's coming. It's coming. It's a goal! Oh, they're off to a flyer, the Sunbury Kangaroos.
Well done to Tyrone Cuff in losing his man and getting out there on his own, and that's created the opportunity for that goal.
Yes, and the name Cuff came up in the conversation at lunchtime where we had the young boy, Jake Lever. And he used to say he played against Cuff, and he said, well, that bloke's 42 years of age. He's a mate of my dad's. He said, but I learned a lot from him. It's wonderful to see.
Avicii, what have been your take on the game so far, mate?
It's been really good to watch so far.
It's been pretty good so far. It's been pretty fast paced. By the looks of things, Kangas have just been able to get into the space and been able to get the ball well.
Well, they're working hard now, and they're winning possession yet again as well. Sharks it off across left half back, ball out on the outer side towards Young, getting plenty of it for the Kangaroos. Ball out now at half forward. I think that might be Streif again. Not too sure, but the ball's out on the outer side. Underground handball there from Hattie. Opportunity here from the Roos. Good pressure there from Romsey to wrap it up. And that's exactly what will happen here, about 35 metres out from goal, left forward pocket for the Sunbury Kangaroos.
I noticed some fellas are having difficulty with the surface, Chris. One wonders about the length of their studs and their boots.
Well, it is a lot of moisture beneath the surface, and the mud, obviously after last week's rain, still making conditions very untidy.
Yes, not been a week of drying out, so to speak, this week.
Yeah, that's exactly right, as Blake Henderson takes a mark here on half forward, or centre wing in fact. Commentary side for the Redbacks. They're yet to score, and the Roos have got a couple as Bruce gets it on to Streeter. Runs through the middle of the ground, shrugs a tackle, just got away from Pretty up towards centre half forward on the bounce, and that Matty Welsh hits the ground running hard. He gets it on beautifully. Good courageous mark there in the middle of the ground there by Ty Cuff. Quick by hand to Welsh, looking to bring in Cuff again. Beautiful work there by hand.
Cuff's finding space, Chris.
He certainly is. He's dangerous. You've got to just man up on him as the ball is now at centre half forward for the Roos. Up towards centre half forward, a little bit closer to our side, and Petroro takes the mark for the Redbacks.
The ball's only been up on the forward line for Romsey about twice during this first quarter, and seemed to be very good defence. They seem to be getting the man in front. Yep,
and down there's been a couple of good moves by a couple of the Romsey defenders, but they need a bit more support.
Yep.
Ball goes long inside the forward 50 from Leonard after winning a free kick for kicking in danger, and he finds Pretty.
But, and of course, that when he took that mark, again the ball dropping. Very important to play in front today, fellas.
And the ball will probably fall short a little bit down that side as Jared Pretty, he'll have a shot at goal. Wrong side for right side for a right footer. Tight on the angle, but he'll take the kick probably about 40 metres out, maybe a little bit closer. Question of accuracy, he's kicked it. He has kicked it! 2 for Pretty! And the Roos are on fire.
They have certainly making the best of their opportunities. I mentioned before, the ball has only been on the forward line for Romsey about on 2 or 3 occasions, and every time it gets down there, one of those, the Kangaroo boys, is in front and gets the ball back down. So again, they're getting the benefit of having to play down on their forward line for so much of the game, and they're 3 goals straight, the Kangaroos, to Romsey yet to score.
Now, Jess, how long have we gone here in this first term, and how have the goals been spaced out so far?
I've just gone 9 minutes. We've had goals at the 3, 5 and 8 minute mark, so fairly evenly spaced.
So pretty much every 3 minutes to a degree so far?
Roughly.
Now, is that Anthony Trigg for Romsey up there at the centre throw-up? It is, isn't it?
That is.
Very interesting. Look at his build, fellas.
He's very tall.
A bit like Lee Fishington, really.
Yes, and that's one of the reasons why he would have got a Guernsey today, I presume.
Yes.
And he's been showing form. He would have earned his place on merit, of course, but taking account the tall fellas that are required by Romsey.
I think he might be one of the Northern Blues boys coming in for his first game.
Okay, right, thanks. Yes, I knew there was something different about this fellow being with the Romsey side today.
Along with Petroro, as the Sunbury Kangaroos now head up towards centre wing, and Ty Cuff, as Dougie said, finding plenty of space.
Yes. I'm sure Mark Pedersen will be getting onto that, won't he?
Yes, they've got plenty of loose men, the Kangaroos, and that's giving them the options. Every time they've got the ball, they've got a bit of an option to pass to, and it's happening here again.
Now, a mark has been paid here to Murphy in the middle of the ground. Umpire paid it prematurely, but a credit to him. Stuck to his guns. Ball now at half forward here for the Roos. Just over the head of it, I think it might have been Meacham down there. Ball now still about 25 metres out from the Roos goal. They lead this one by 18 points. Plenty of bodies been thrown in this one, 20 metres out from goal. Left forward, pocket. Not much happening with this one. We'll see a ball up.
Again, they had it on their forward line, and it was a very, very soft turnover there because, of course, the man in front, of course, was the Kangaroos person. Again, now it's back down, right down in the teeth of their goal for the Sunbury Kangaroos.
Towards the scoreboard pocket, 18 points in margin. And ball umpires.
The umpires encouraging them to keep going.
We might see that a lot today from all three. Dangerous territory here. I know Meacham's in there for the Roos, but Romsey through Streeter. They'll look to bring it out now with a bounce. Beautiful work here from the Romsey defender to Austin here. Defensive 70, right foot kick up towards half centre wing. Pick
Jake
up
Powell.
He's played a very good start to the game.
How often have you mentioned Jake Powell and Tyrone Cuff and Streeter?
And even Kane Murphy as well.
Murphy, yes.
And this one as well. Young. Beautiful effort. He finds Streep out there on the outer side. The Sunbury Kangaroos winning plenty of the leather.
Absolutely, because they've got the loose man.
And they have 3 goals on the board, fellas.
And they could have a fourth here because Pretty has taken a mark inside the forward 50. Pate, opposite side to one where he kicked the goal a few moments ago.
And Tyrone just having a rest, fellas. Just walked in front of us and been interchanged.
Yes, he aims this to the right. It should, sorry, to the left. It should veer around with that wind blowing across the ground.
Yeah,
He's dropped short.
He's kicked a minus score there.
First minus score goes to Sunbury. Sunbury Kangaroos. Of course, they're now 3 goals, 1, and Romsey yet to score. We're at what mark of the quarter there, Jess?
Yeah. And Chris, Brandon Dimich, D-I-M-E-C-H, is that the correct pronunciation?
Yep.
Let you broadcast. I'll ask you my question shortly.
There's Rourke takes a great mark here on half forward here for the Sunbury Kangaroos from the resulting kick in. And he's looking for further options up the field. A very talented young under-18 star. He's always a pleasure to watch, although he left a little bit too much of it for the Romsey defender and gets batted out of bounds.
Now, Brandon, what's his background, Chris? Do you know much about Brandon Dimich?
But we're very much looking forward to seeing him here showcase his talent. I think he has played with the Redbacks before, so it is interesting to see a few.
So a few changes going on in both clubs. Both teams have a few changes,
and that probably reflects the injuries that both sides have had as well.
And of course, the representative for football, the young fellas not being selected, protecting them. Nathan Blair, Jake Lever, for example, Jake Young.
Yeah, I understand they've been given strict instructions just to have the week off.
Have the week off, yes.
Which is good. As the Roos win a free kick after an out of bounds on the full. Leonard. It's on centre wing. Does a floater up towards centre half forward. Burlaker come off his hands now. Austin, he's Shark. The umpire's going to penalise rolling the ball. Beautiful tackle by the Sunbury Kangaroos. Another goal scoring opportunity. Wow.
Oh, this has been a blinder of a start for the Kangaroos. They're looking pretty good.
Lucas Dowson, he's got an opportunity to kick a goal. He played in that premiership team last year, and he loves a goal. Probably as good as much as anyone I'd like to gather.
Indeed. Now he's going to allow for this breeze a bit, but he should be able to kick that.
Yeah, so he's probably kicking around about 50 metres out from goal. Gets close to the man on the mark. It's coming. Just falls a little bit short. And he's knocked through for a rush behind.
Another behind, and that makes it 3 goals, 2 to Sunbury. Romsey yet to score.
Have we got any other scores around the ground this afternoon, mate?
Well, at the moment I've got the AFL score currently going on between GWS and Geelong, where GWS lead 33-29.
Now that was 5 goals to zip in favour of GWS. We were informed as well. I think it was 31-1 at one stage. So the Cats are coming back. Speaking of coming back, Petroy's coming back, and he's penalised holding the ball.
He didn't have an opportunity, did he? There were 3 onto him straight away. They know how dangerous he is.
Oh,
exciting player.
And he takes it. Intercepts it. Almost got his out.
Oh, he's done his ankle.
He's not looking good.
Ankle or knee?
That's might be calf. As Rourke Smith gets the ball up, intercepted it. It's the second time he's left it to hang a little bit as the umpire calls play on. Blake Henderson sends it forward.
Mongrel kick.
And Jacob Opie takes the mark up towards centre wing. Taken there by the Roos. Just a
See, they've got these options, Chris, all across the ground. They've got the Roos running man, and they've got all these options to go forward.
Well, they lead this one 20-0 here on Highlands FM.
There's been a turnover, a bad turnover.
Ball up towards Davidson, guess who? But it's skittled at the back towards Leonard. He'll bring it out towards the commentary side.
And he's got a man to pass to.
To his skipper, who just throws it on the boot. Hits his man on the chest a little bit too hard in Welsh. Just had a little bit of support there through Jamie Cup.
Look at this.
It's beautiful, Mark. Yeah, it's becoming...
Beautifully weighted kick, that too, my gosh.
Ryan Hattie.
Up towards half forward. He's got Murphy underneath it. And Romsey coming with the spoil.
Talk, boys, talk.
Rourke Smith, he's just got to looking for a teammate. It chopped off there again. That's 3 disposals now from Smith. Just turned over. Back to Romerall. Up towards centre wing. Just overhead of Bruce. And Sutherland got the hands of the ball. And now Dowson.
Quick hands.
Ball now at centre wing. Great pressure from both sides. But as Kenny said, they've got the loose man. Jacob Opie up towards centre half forward. Mixon will fly in the mark.
Oh, the coach has grabbed a big
push.
one.
No, it's a push. He's saying
you're
it
penalised.
wasn't in the side. He says it was in the back.
Oh. You could see that unfolding beautifully. The ball up towards centre wing now. Blake Henderson. Was that a push? It was. Free kick, Sunbury Kangaroos.
Didn't Sunbury defend well down here?
They sure did. They sure did. No, this has been exciting footy to watch, but again, a soft turnover there.
Yes.
Number 49.
This is Connor Whelan here for the Redbacks. Up towards forward to 3-on-1. And the 3 will prevail. The Sunbury Kangaroos. Walsh just almost had trouble with his footing there.
Here we go again. The loose man every time.
Jamie Cuff on the point of the centre square. Switches across the outer side, and Matty Walsh has got plenty of real estate out there. They won't go near him. He finds his teammate there, Jacob Opie. He's got a little bit of work to do on the bounce. Gathers it up beautifully. Just a cheeky left or right foot kick over the top. Tried to find Kaufman. It's picked up there by Hattie. Kick around the body. And a good mark taken there by Petroro in front of the scoreboard. 20-0.
He's obviously okay, Chris.
Yeah, so maybe just a kick to the back of the calf or a little bit of a stinger, but he walks it off. 2-on-1 here. Well, 3-on-1 now in favour of the Kangaroos.
What stage are we at, Jess?
Just 17.5 minutes, Ken. 17.5 minutes.
Thank you very much indeed.
Beautiful work. Ball up towards the middle of the ground. I think it's Tridge. Gets a handball out to Austin. He pumps it long up towards right half forward. Umpire calls play on. Benny Morrison was looking to the umpire for some guidance. But not forthcoming. We'll see a boundary throw in right forward pocket. Guys, this is probably a rare occasion where the Redbacks have got it locked in forward.
That's right.
And I noticed when the ball is being kicked to Romsey, towards Romsey's end, there's a lot more carry in the ball.
Yeah, well, they're the Sunbury Kangaroos. They've got plenty to look forward to if they keep up their rich vein of form in the second quarter. As we approach time on, not too far away now, the Roos looking to win possession again. And a free kick, too high, and it'll go to the Redbacks, and it'll go to Blake Henderson, about 43 metres out from goal.
Blake needs to score here. I think that lifts the confidence of the Romsey club at the moment.
Yes, 3-2 the score. All for Sunbury Kangaroos.
They've been in red-hot form. It's been about 10 minutes between goals. Blake Henderson for the Redbacks. It'll land in the goal square. Bruce flies, and it comes off hands for a rush behind.
That's the first score, of course, for Romsey in this game. 1 behind, and, of course, Sunbury Kangaroos 3-2.
Leonard takes it across half-back. Also back pocket now. Umpire tells him to play on. Brings it out towards Rourke Smith. He's almost got the hands in there. Borg, he's dispossessed there by Austin now. Harrison, former Sunbury Kangaroo.
Well done, Romsey.
Good strong mark there.
Jamie Cuff was right in the hole. He thought he'd had it covered, but they got it over his head.
And could well kick this, Dougie. He'd be that, what do you reckon, that 40 metres out? About 40 metres. Dead
probably
in front.
A bit closer.
Yep, maybe a little bit less. 37 and a half, perhaps.
To be precise there on the tape measure. Benny Morrison here for the Redbacks. This is a must-kick goal.
Oh.
He's got it.
Yes.
He kicked the first for the Redbacks last week. It's history repeating itself this week.
And he's wearing the number 3 today.
Very timely goal, that, because getting into this first quarter time, nice to have a couple of scores on the board at least. Give them a bit more confidence, say, hang on, we can do it. Once it gets down this right-hand side of the dial end, we can actually score down there. So that's good to see. 1-1, Romsey, and they trail Sunbury Kangaroos 3-2.
Beach, what do the Redbacks need to do to get back in the game? Obviously, scoring's important.
Yeah, well, by the looks of what they just did there, they were able to trap it in. They were able to score behind, and then they were able to set up. If they can continuously just try and get it into that forward 50, I believe they can actually rely on them trapping it in there. It's just the initial part of it getting moved down into their forward 50.
Good comments, Fiji.
Raxco open it again, ball pressing forwards. The Sunbury Kangaroos holding the man, free kick to Ty Cuff. Just left of centre now. He'll get the ball moving up towards left half forward there. Up towards Hattie. That fickle bounce of the ball just doesn't go the direction that you want, but it lands in the arms of the Sunbury Kangaroos. Snapped around the body from Hattie. He has goal!
A quick reply, wasn't it?
Wasn't ever a quick reply. Yes, 4 goals, 2 now. The visitors to Romsey, 1 goal, 1. And we must be getting very close to quarter time.
Yes, certainly action aplenty here on Highlands FM. And how long, Jess?
Yeah, nearly 21 minutes, guys.
Okay, righto, and time on.
And how long between Sunbury Kangaroos goals?
That was about 6 minutes.
6 minutes, so they're keeping good scoreboard pressure there, the Sunbury Kangaroos.
We thank Jessica Thomas for her excellent statistical work. Isn't she a wonder?
She's a wonderful, wonderful
fantastic.
She's got the
this is a regular happening for we Highlands FM commentary for the commentary team and for our listeners. Thanks, Jessica.
Find out all the biggest leads, how the goals are being kicked, everything here on Highlands FM. As Mills, he's wrapped up there on the half forward, holding the ball.
Yes, he was holding the ball. Not much doubt about that. So the Kangaroos take the free.
So it was Streeter and Borg, promising
Little
for.
toe poke, bang.
Finds a teammate here on centre wing, just looking for options further up the field, almost slowing it down. Sunbury Kangaroos just right of centre, up towards centre half forward, just off the hands there of Jamie Cuff. Now the Redbacks are on there. They've got some run. Oh, a little bit of a vicious handball towards Blake Henderson. Fumble in the middle of the ground. It'll be a free kick though. They just got out of that one, guys.
Yes, indeed. Trying to move the ball on quickly now. They know the clock's running out.
Tazari up towards right half forward.
Good clean hands.
Hit the ground running Morrison. Davidson, yes,
Indeed.
Right forward pocket, probably about 35 metres out from goal.
He's been quiet, Matty Davidson, but the ball hasn't been down there. That's the trouble.
That's exactly right. His first touch of it didn't get much of the Burley last week either, so this is crucial. Matty Davidson tucked up on the boundary line, right side for a right footer. Umpire tells him to play on as he goals. Beautiful kick.
Yes, indeed.
Redbacks are back and firing from all cylinders here on Highlands FM. You're listening to Vici, Doug, Ken, Jess and Yendi, and what a day. Grand final replay.
To tell you what, that's a very timely goal for Roms. They really needed that again to sort of keep well in touch. They can show, yes, they can score goals. And the score right now is Sunbury Kangaroos 4 goals 2, lead Romsey 2 goals 1.
Have each around the grounds in other venues today, mate?
I've been able to chase up 2 scores here for the RDFL. I've got Rockbank versus Woodend, where Rockbank leads 2-1-13 to 1-4-10, so that's quarter time. And I got Kilmore Diggers Rest, where Diggers Rest is 5-4-34 to Kilmore's 1 goal 6.
Ooh. Well, at least the Hawkers are keeping in there, down there at the GGO.
Yeah. I think
it's at Rockbank, isn't it? Sorry, that's Rockbank.
So they're looking to register their first win of the season, or the Rockbank 86-point winners last week. Ball now here on centre wing.
Ooh.
And
plenty of smothered.
Great pressure from both sides, and a free kick's been awarded to the Sunbury Kangaroos here on centre wing. That'll go towards Tom Borg. Been in good form, the youngster. Although, I say that and he turns it over straight away. Up to a 2-on-1.
Good mark. Good clean hands. Excellent.
The Sunbury Kangaroos looking to move it on back to Leonard. Number 8, Anthony Leonard, having a good game so far. Jacob Opie up towards centre wing, left a lot of it to show to Petroro. Ball now at ground level, up in the point of the centre square. Now they'll look to move it. I think that might be Matty Welsh up towards Sutherland. His first taste of the pill here in the middle of the ground.
Number 23 for Sunbury, that is Dwayne Tate.
Dwayne Tate.
Is it? Yes.
Beautiful.
Good defensive work, wasn't it? Right in front of us.
Yes,
he's had plenty of it too, Tate.
There's the siren. Oh, it's now quarter time here at Romsey, where we see in this big clash of last year's grand finalists, Sunbury Kangaroos 4 goals 2, lead Romsey 2 goals 1. We'll be back after the break. Go for the tall boys, out with the pressure on the little blokes, and he said, I want a big improvement in this quarter.
Well, great work by both boys here. Just giving you the insight there, and that was a clean version there, Kenny. So we expect
It was indeed.
we'll expect to see a big second term here from both sides. Of course, Sunbury Kangaroos will be reasonably happy with their performance. They're 13 points to the good here on the restart from the ball up now as the Rouge kicking to the right of your dial, and Redbacks to the left. Ball bounces up towards half forward in front of the commentary side here. As Mills, he does an underground hairball in front of Pretty, and it just sneaks out of bounds. Umpire Paddy Plowman will get ready to throw it in.
The one positive thing the coach did find was the fact they played appallingly, but they're still within touch of the other team.
That's a good sign to be in. Austin, he shirks off a tackle. Ball now out towards Mills here on the commentary wing. Does a beautiful pirouette and finds Bruce by hand up towards right half forward now. And in pursuit there, I think that might be one of the Romsey stars. And that's, of course, Benny Morrison now as Harrison takes on a few would-be tacklers. Up towards, guess who? Davidson.
Matty Davidson, yes, that was a good passage to play. They're looking much better, a bit more inspired. I think Mark Pedersen might have had the right words to say. Come on, lift your game, back yourselves, boys, and move that ball quickly.
Now, this is the identical position of where he kicked the opening goal for the Redbacks, or his first goal. And other side of the ground, so he would be in great contention. Pretty kicked one here from earlier on in the game, and he's just missed.
Just missed it, yes. Faded across to the right. That's the first score of this quarter. That's one behind to Romsey. That makes them 2-2 with Sunbury Kangaroos 4 goals 2.
Now, Jess, what was Sunbury's biggest lead of the afternoon to date?
Oh, hang on a second, let me just have a look. Sunbury's biggest lead was 20 points at the 14-minute mark of the first quarter.
Wow. Great stats there, Jess. Great stats.
Magnificent as Matty Leonard wins a free kick for too high in the middle of the ground. And umpire won't play advantage as play had stopped. And the ball now heads out towards, I think that might be Tate up towards. Beautiful. Beautiful pass. And that's Ryan Pretty.
He's pretty. He's a pretty good kick too, isn't he, mate? He's kicking from about 47 metres out.
Interesting in the game, our game. You know, wonderful forward pressure by Romsey. Deserved more than a point. The ball's turned over for the kick out, and here's Sunbury Kangaroos having a shot for goal.
45 metres out from goal, Ryan Pretty, and it misses to the right.
Sunbury 4-3. Romsey 2 goals 2.
Here on 100.7 Highlands FM, you're listening to Vici, Jess, Doug, Ken and Yenny, the full complement here on Highlands FM.
Indeed.
And Jacob Opie.
More stars in the universe, Chris.
Yes, and there's a lot of them.
The wonders of the universe.
That's true.
Yeah, we wonder exactly what we're saying half the time too. As the ball heads up towards a hot spot. I think that was Murphy. He was front position there. Couldn't quite take the mark. Now struck there by Ty Cuff. He's kicked the goal on the left foot, 20 metres out. Wow.
He's having a top game, fellas.
Oh, dear.
Very clean hands, been a threat to Romsey all day.
Avicii, how did that goal come about, mate?
I honestly don't know. I was seeing a contest, you see hands go everywhere, and it just fell to him. He's just quick reflex, straight onto the boot and straight through the... And just an interesting fact about Ty Cuff, he's got an interesting look going, I noticed while I was down there. He's got the big mutton chops going, and he's got a good, decent mo growing as well. So throwing it back to probably like the 80s and the 70s style.
Trying to impress the young ladies there, Beach. Is that what the mutton chops does to the young bucks these days?
Well, he'll definitely get a look from some ladies.
He's coming back to what he's being impacted by the thoughts of his father, do you think?
Plays on again.
Perhaps. Dowson sends it forward. The Sunbury Kangaroos, 2 Redbacks collide. They spoil each other. 30 metres out from goal. Ryan Pretty, he puts his head over the ball. Shucked there by Kaufman, the former Lansfield Tiger. Out to Jacob Opie. 50 metres out. Dances on a dollar and spots up the man in question, Mr. Mutton Chops, Ty Cuff.
And the score at the moment, Sunbury 5-3, lead Romsey 2-2.
And back out to a 19-point lead, and Ty Cuff 40 metres out from goal, the man on the mark. Wrong side for a right footer. He'll aim for that right post, and well, it was a helicopter.
On the full.
Misses a lot. He joins Kenny's launch pad that he arrived here this morning to casually pull up, given the big car spots unavailability just to find a spot. So he had to fly in by helicopter.
Yes.
The Romsey supporters in front of the social club are really celebrating the opening there. They're enjoying themselves and they're trying to encourage their team on.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of them. There's about 6 or 7 deep, heading from the fence right through to the outskirts of the new room as Burlock takes a mark on half back here for Romsey on the outer side. Kick up towards Blake Henderson. Good work.
Yes, good clean hands. Good.
Yeah, very well known as the 5th midfielder in his lineup. Up towards centre half forward. Plenty of Kangaroos around this one, and they turn it over too high.
Ooh. Here's an opportunity for Romsey because they do need a goal.
Romsey got out of that okay in the finish.
Yeah.
One would have thought it was all in favour of Sunbury Kangaroos there.
Good work was taken there by Gene Fagner. Number 38, formerly from the Northern Blues, joining Petrora here this afternoon. He's a long way out. It'll hang out, it'll fall short, and it'll find his his other Northern Bullants mate, Trigg.
Well,
there's a
look
big
after
lad.
each other, boys. I tell you what, and Trigg will kick this, mark my words, or I'll do something silly. I'm not sure what I'll do, Chris, but...
You'll sell your house, mate.
Yeah, thank you. That'll go down well with the bride if you're listening here.
Trigg here is an opportunity for the Redbacks, right about 20 metres out from goal. Almost dead set in front, right side for a right footer. I think
he got into position very well, Chris and Ken. Did you notice that from the goal square?
Tall fella though, isn't he?
Yes, very well noticeable. He's got it. Kenny's house is
safe. Take it off the market.
It's a goal.
Indeed. And so that's a very, very timely goal for Romsey team. So, and a big sigh of relief goes around Wood End, where my bride is currently recuperating from palpitations.
The Redbacks there. It's 20-33. How long in the quarter, Jess?
Nearly 7 minutes, Chris.
7 minutes. It's been pretty action-packed 7 minutes, boys. I think you'll agree.
Yes.
Plenty happening out there. The score currently, of course, Sunbury 5 goals 3, lead Romsey 3 goals 2.
And good to see the Romsey players celebrate that goal with the young fella.
Yeah, indeed.
Just getting around him, as they'd say in the classics, as the Redbacks get another clearance. Just bounces over the head of Green. He's up there just trying to get this footy now at ground level. Robbins at the bottom of that one for the Redbacks, and you could see Powell in there for the Sunbury Kangaroos. We'll see a ball up about centre half forward for the Redbacks. They're kicking to the left of it all, and Roos here right. Romsey win the tap. Ball shark down there at ground level by the Roos. Welsh gets a handball that's partially smothered. Ball heads out towards the scoreboard. And in the back, free kick to the Redbacks. Guys, they're really just going first to the ball.
Yes, indeed, they certainly are. They're really looking like they really need to be there. They're not looking lethargic, as their coach was saying after the first quarter. They're looking as if they're out there to have a red-hot go.
They've been re-energised.
They have.
The ball up towards centre half forward.
That was loose defence by Sunbury.
Mark McInerney takes a mark.
He's back himself to kick this too. Chris is going back quite confidently.
Well, he's back in the team today after a good stint in the reserves. He's kicked a bag of 5 this year in the reserves, so not beyond him here, Mark McInerney. A long way out from goal, around about 55 metres out from goal. Just gives it a roost. Caught in the breeze. Almost found Tate there from the Sunbury Kangaroos. Not sure as to whether they'll form a teammates, whether Mark McInerney's been at the Redbacks from the Sunbury Kangaroos over the last few seasons.
I'm not saying this game's very exciting, but all 3 commentators are actually standing up at this stage. We could be sitting down, but it seems you seem more involved if you're standing up.
Oh, it's a great way to get in the heart of it. Balling out there through, I think Davidson just sends it up around the body. Opportunity here for the Redbacks, deep inside their forward line. Plenty of players around this one, including Mark McInerney. Just as a handball, didn't want to go around on that trusty right foot. Blake Henderson just keeps it in, goes on his opposite foot. It's curling around for a minor score.
Yes, that makes it, 5-4 to 3-2. Is that right?
3-3 to 5-3, so back to 12 points.
That's what I was trying to say.
Peter, we got any other around the grand scores here in the AFL and RDFNL?
So not the moment. I've just been more concerned that I saw Dor Bruce go off. He was holding his shoulder. He went down after the ruck contest at the start of that break. So he's getting his shoulder looked at. So I'll keep you all informed of that.
Good spot out there, mate. We hopefully it's just something minor, and he'll be back on the field as we all have a ball up.
A minor bruise.
For Bruce. Love your work, Kenny. The Cliches coming in beautifully. Entertaining the listeners here this afternoon.
We do our best.
Or they're shaking their head in pity as in, what were you saying? It's 12 points of margin here on Highlands FM, and a free kick's been paid to the Redbacks. Now, they're getting to the ball a lot more frequently.
Oh, they certainly are. They're really doing what Pedersen said. That is, get into the ball first, and when you haven't got the ball, man up.
Yes, they've got to do just that. Yeah, the Roos. Well, they're still leading this one by 12 points.
Worm burner.
Barely went shin high off the ground.
That's right along the ground. Nice little pass. Found his man, though. That's the important part. And they've got another chance at a goal here.
The Romsey player at left half forward, a long way out from goal, but not beyond him. Also, we'd like to think, I think that's Blake Henderson.
No problem.
Blake Henderson.
Oh,
what a goal!
Very good.
Wacky dacky doo doo. 4 goals, 3-5-3. Romsey are on their way back. And they have been. They looked a different team. They look re-energised, as Doug said, after that first quarter, where they were looking a bit lacklustre, a bit sort of, just going through the motions out there. But now they're playing. They're going to the ball first, and they're getting the reward. They've clawed right back into this game. Only 1 goal the difference.
Yes, Sunbury had a great confidence in that first quarter. Quite evident, getting the ball quickly, clean pair of hands, and keeping the ball moving. And they'd really unsettled Romsey. Romsey took a little while to settle down.
Sure did. Game's on.
Back in the centre now, and Austin, he picks it up beautifully, doubles back by hand to Romerall, who came off half back, and he finds Harrison, gets a handball over the top to Streeter. What a star he was last week on Highlands FM. Up towards left half forward, Davidson couldn't bring it down. It's Shark there.
Oh, bad luck. But they are looking like Sunbury were in the first quarter. They're getting to the ball first. They're making the ball move quickly, and unfortunately rewarded just with a minor score there. But by gosh, they're looking a different team this quarter.
Just while they're getting the ball, just in your record, those people have got their record. Number 19 is Matt Stevens, not Brad Williams.
Okay, 19 Stevens.
Number 24 is Dave Bruce, of course, not Joel Taylor.
Right.
Then number 30 is Braden Dimich, D-I-M-E-C-H. Back to Chris.
It was Blake Henderson who kicked that point for the Redbacks just moments ago. The margin back to 5 points, 28-33.
That's a replica of the last passenger play from Romsey there, from the Kangaroos, where they actually made the loose man and got the ball going.
Well, they're reversing their style of plays here. As the ball now 50 metres out from goal, right half forward, and we'll see a ball up here on Highlands FM.
And just going a little further, as was mentioned in the first quarter, number 3 is not Brad Mitchell, who will be out to 6 to 8 weeks, and Ben Morrison is wearing the number 3 today for Romsey.
Austin, he slipped over at the crucial stage now. Hattie with a handball over the top, and I think that might be Tate, who's penalised for holding the ball. And but they have been hot on at the umpires, but they have been consistent with that to the letter of the law. And Angus Story coming up for possession number 2 across defensive 40. Takes on the coach!
Well done. Chris, a bit too high. Just slipped over the
crucial
stage. He was a very, very optimistic Angus Story there, wasn't he, to get around Chris Meacham?
That's right, and Meacham slipped over. They got the unintentional high tackle just to slow things down again.
Terrific offensive pressure by the coach, but he missed out on with a free kick.
Romsey are in here through Blake Henderson.
Good vision there. Caught up his loose man there. Number 38. Across to 39.
To Petroro, 60 metres out from goal. He sends the ball long, out of bounds. On the full free kick to the Sunbury Kangaroos, defensive 10. Jess, anything of the stats that have sort of come through that's been of interest to you that you've noticed through today's play? Romsey have started off really well in the second quarter.
They're definitely winning this quarter. They've already got more points for this quarter than they had last quarter, and we're only just gone 13 minutes, or nearly 14 minutes.
It's a complete turnaround at the inside 50s too as well for the Romsey team compared with the first quarter.
Yes, exactly. We don't have those inside 50 stats, but we're starting to see it balance out now.
And Romsey were making sure that ball didn't get very far. There were 3 against 1 there, and they got it back into their forward line.
Burlake thumps it long up towards guess who. He got the spoil at that one, of course, Matt Davidson. Powell, kick around the body, heads out towards the boundary line, towards Young. Beautiful work. Right foot kick. He tries to spot up Streef. He flies up from behind, brings the ball to ground. He waited it beautifully, Mitch Streef. Left foot kick, not afraid to go on the opposite foot. Oh, Mitchum! Sorry, Hattie.
Hattie. Yes,
yeah.
Hattie.
Oh.
Beautiful one-arm grab there.
Yes.
And he's about 39 metres out, dead in front on the sun-drenched ground here. It's a beautiful day at Romsey. Anywhere near us, come and join us. The footy's great.
This will be a steadying goal for Sunbury if they can score it.
Well, the Redbacks have kicked closer to it. Hattie got close to the man on the mark.
And Chris Meacham's clapping his hands. It must be a goal, Chris.
It is.
It is a rock my soul, indeedy, lordy. And that's steadier there for Sunbury. It's been a bit one-way traffic, but now they're back in it.
And that's Ryan Hattie's second, Ken.
Okay, beautiful.
And Jared Pretty has kicked 2.
Yep.
Tyron Cuff has kicked 1, is that correct?
Yep.
Kane Murphy has kicked 1.
And that score again, Sunbury Kangaroos 6-3, lead Romsey 4-4.
And there are 4 single goal scorers for Romsey: Blake Henderson, Matty Davidson, Ben Morrison, and Anthony Trigg.
Loving your work there, Dougie. You're on 100.7 Highlands FM. We've got the footy for you.
Just in the support cast here, Ken.
No, you guys are the main event. We've got the main events also on the field as the Roos head forward again. Hattie, he's in the race to pick this one up. Just lost it at the critical stage. Sunbury Kangaroos win back possession of the ball. Street will put this down for a goal.
No, he missed it badly.
Out on the full, right across the front of goal there.
One wonders about the knowledge of the ground. Often it can happen, and he was expecting the goals to be elsewhere.
Veach, any updates there on Bruce that you've sort of noticed there, mate?
I haven't seen him actually move, so he might be just sitting down and have some ice on it. So I don't know if he'll be out for the game or they're just resting him and maybe bring him back in the second half.
Strong mark by Jared Pretty there, Chris.
That's all right.
While you and Veach were having a chat.
He was trying to run off too and follow it on, but they called him right back. Go over the man to your mark, mate.
Yeah, I think he played on after the mark had been taken. So he tried to gather a few extra metres, and Jared Pretty, who's been in great touch, kicked 2 goals, 1 on the board today. Man on the mark on about 50 metres out and about 30 centimetres.
Norm Smith would have been proud of that mark, Ken. He's got his hands out in front. Makes it hard for the defender. Waiting to come to the chest. Hands way out front. Hard for the defender.
And this is going to be a goal.
Oh,
Didn't point.
Good kick, though. It was a 50-metre kick there, and it was just a little astray, and unfortunately a minor score there. That makes Sunbury Kangaroos 6 goals and 4. 6 goals, 4 to Romsey, 4-4, so we're 2 snaggers the difference.
Here on 100.7 Highlands FM, up towards Burlack. Great pressure there from Adam Walsh. Kaufman.
Was very good.
Right foot kick around the body.
Good mark.
By Nick Wilson, who had a big game on Highlands FM last week. Won plenty of the ball in front of us.
We're seeing some good skills of Australian football today.
Yes, despite the other blowy conditions.
Exactly.
Now, what Mark Pedersen wants to do is not prop and cop as what they're doing at the moment. He wants to keep the ball moving. So when you've got possession of the ball, get it, then move it on. You've got more of an option than to have some person unmanned.
Mills up towards centre wing.
See, turnover. Bang.
Kaufman.
And no player out there is lacking courage. They're all getting in and putting their heads over the ball when the ball's on the ground and getting inside as well as outside.
Good,
And
well judged, Mark, that.
Well, Meacham, he came from a little bit deep and he nursed Story under the ball, and he took a good mark about 40 metres out from goal, right side for a right footer given the angle. He's got to aim for that right point post.
Chris Meacham, the coach.
Gets underneath it
Just
and
drifted away.
score.
Good attempt.
Another minor. That's 6 goals, 5 to the visitors. Romsey 4-4.
Jess, how many points have they kicked in a row in this one? The Roos are starting to pepper the scoreboard a little bit.
How many points only, or do you want the goals as well?
Points.
They've just kicked 2 points in 2 minutes.
And with an out of bounce on the full as well, so they've had their opportunities, the Sunbury Kangaroos. It's 41-28 here on Highlands FM. We thank you for your company wherever you may be listening. If you're here at the ground, hopefully you're enjoying a cracker game of football. As Cuff of the Jamie variety couldn't quite take it there. Robbins gets a handball out to Burlack. Across half back now, Romsey with the numbers. Sidesteps Murphy. Streeter finds his... well,
went right angles to his foot.
He still found Harrison there on hands and knees, defensive 50. Tazari, left foot kick up towards centre wing to Blake Henderson. Couldn't quite take the mark there against Sutherland. Good recovery there from Henderson. Up towards the centre half forward region. His teammate there couldn't pick it up in the middle of the ground. I think it might be Robbins who's wrapped up. And he won a free kick for too high. Got the ball moving on quickly to Harrison. Ricocheted back into him. Almost had his head taken off. Good pressure there by the Roos. And we'll see a ball up around about 65 out from goal. Boy, Romsey kicking to the left and Sunbury to the right.
This game's got it all at the moment. There's plenty of action, plenty of entertainment on this RDFL match of the day.
With the new rooms here at Romsey Park, we're excited to be here this afternoon. Petroro, he's wrapped up. Ball comes out towards the other commentary side.
Who's the Romsey player down, Vichy?
Not too sure if that one as the ball heads out. A little bit westful. Where was that?
Yeah.
Was that Petroro there?
It looks like Petoro, but can't really tell.
He's back into it. He's moving.
Just a little bit behind the play.
He was disappointed with his right foot kick before, perhaps. No, sorry, that's a bit flippant. He took a bit of a knock there, didn't he?
Well, he's in the thick of the action. He's laying tackles galore, and we'll see a boundary throw in. How long of Jess in this quarter?
Just gone 20 minutes, Chris.
Tell you what, looking down that back pocket there too, look at the size of the crowd outside the new facilities here. Fantastic crowd here at Romsey.
Can't see the new rooms there, mate. There's so many people there.
That's
It's
right.
unbelievable.
That player there, 38, that's Daniel Wright, isn't it?
No, that's
Is it?
Gene Fagner. I think he's
He's kicked a goal.
He's kicked a goal.
So
from-
that's another 38 in the record has Daniel Wright, but it's not
Yep.
Daniel.
It isn't. That's
So who is it?
Christian Gene Fagner,
Thank you. That's one you did mention before the game.
the Northern Blues star. We had him penciled in as number 49 earlier, but Connor Whelan is in the team.
The score right now, Sunbury Kangaroos
That's,
6 goals
Gian
5
Frainer.
to Romsey 5 goals 4. So we've got a real ball game here at Romsey.
7 points of margin. Just getting all the action here live and exclusive on Highlands FM, 34-41. Kenny, you're pumped, mate.
I am. It's an exciting match. I tell you what, no matter who you're marrying for here, it's a good spectacle. We're seeing all the skills of a game. It's a nice dry weather day. We're seeing good kicking, good marking, and a good contest.
And a little bit of sunshine and a lot of breeze as well to boot, as you can hear that coming through the radio airwaves. Up towards centre half forward now. Ball here for the Sunbury Kangaroos. Hattie. Oh, Story dropped the mark. He could have taken. Kaufman snaps. Kaufman goals! Right foot stunner.
It's all clear?
It is all
It
clear.
is.
Yes, it's all clear.
Yes.
And the player is down badly.
Story.
The players are calling.
Ooh, 7-5. 7-5, the visitors now.
Angus Story down for the Redbacks, and players are calling for trainer assistance. Well, it's not too good for the.
Young fellow Angus Story is
up.
been having a good year.
He's up and about.
He dislocated his finger on Tuesday night, they tell us. So.
Ooh, they can be sore. They can hurt a bit.
Well, he's tried to take the game on as well. One of the rising young stars coming through the
course.
competition.
Just look at their scoreboard again. The scoreline is right now. Sunbury Kangaroos 7 goals 5. Lead Romsey 5 goals 4.
And for people in their cars who've got their records and so on who are listening, 38 is Christian Gianfaina. Gianfaina. 38.
Ball now, Sunbury Kangaroos pushing forward again. Tazari, he's dispossessed. Dowson at the bottom of that one for the Roos. And too high, unintentional, and favouring the umpire's side there, and that's Jake Young. And he's a long way out from goal.
It's just too far,
But given the breeze,
yeah.
we've got Ryan Pretty in the goal square. He's saying, kick it to me. Of course, he's on the fence there, so he's urging the boy to have a shot. And Young here for the Kangaroos, just to break the margin out to 13 points. And a crucial margin at that. It's covering plenty of distance. It's a goal!
Well, I didn't think he'd kick that far. That was a sensational kick.
And guess who got the mark there on the other side of the goal line?
Tell us.
Ryan Pretty. He was telling him. He had the ball. He was telling the boy, kick it here. And he kicked it to him. Beautiful.
This game has got it all at the moment. Now Sunbury are 8 goals 5, and they lead Romsey 5 goals 4. So we've got away, snuck out again, Sunbury, and as we get into this quarter, and there's action aplenty right here at Romsey.
Well, about 19 points, I think.
And that was the young fellow Jake Young, 15,
Yep.
the Victorian team.
Yep.
We saw him in action in the rooms earlier on.
Yes, that's right. He would have kicked that about 55k from the point where he actually kicked the ball.
That was a beautiful kick.
Didn't look like missing.
Metres.
Well, 55,000 centimetres, is that probably to the other liking there?
A big fly there.
Ball goes up towards it was centre half forward now for the Roos, but Romsey maintained possession. Cheeky right foot kick over the top to Angus Story. Looked to recover from that knock moments ago. Just looking a little bit sluggish the way he's moving around just a little bit. Up towards left half forward there on the outer side. Good opportunity here for Well, that might be Streeter. Left foot kick around the body, ricochets off about 30 metres out from the Sunbury goal. Opportunity here for Morrison. Looks towards guess who. Opportunity now here for the Redbacks to just maintain possession and kick a goal or something. Just generate some good forward pressure. It's not forthcoming as the Roos throw it on the boot. Yep. And Young will see it out of bounds.
So the corollary of that was good defensive pressure by Sunbury Kangaroos, which forced mistakes, and it's brought it back towards the midfield.
Indeed,
to the wing.
It has.
Good defence, Sunbury Kangaroos.
Boundary throw in, long way out from goal. Just left of centre in front of the crew over at in front of their new social rooms. Ball now at ground level again. I think it's Dowson on hands and knees. He's wrapped up there by Petroro, and it's on there in the middle. A little bit of tensions, and a free kick will get paid out of this. No, it's all
letting
fine
the players sort it out. Good umpiring.
Umpire Billy Mitchell using his experience to advantage. Speaking of experience, Anthony Leonard hasn't had much of, but he shows wealth of it in his ability to play the game he loves brilliantly. Now Power will bring it out towards a good one-on-one contest. Jared Pretty stuck out the Duke, recovered, got the high tackle, got the hands as well, but blindsided the umpire in the process. Rourke Smith is wrapped up there. Good work there by Robbins, who
and
chased
Jake Young too.
It goes towards the goal square. Could clear the pack. Oh, good mark there by Wilson.
I like the way Jake Young was in there using his hips and shepherding in there to help his teammate. Good
and
work.
Then followed up too.
It was one of those 1%ers.
Yeah, that's right. And then the second effort as well, Doug. Impressive.
Now the Redbacks looking to clear on the outer side. It is 53-34. How long, Jess, in this
Just gone 26 minutes, Chris.
26 minutes, quite a long quarter.
Well, we have seen 7 goals kicked in this one as opposed to 6 in the opening term. Ball hits the deck across the outer side. Blake Henderson gets a kick, but it's going to go straight back down the throat of the Sunbury Kangaroos forwards. Although Austin is under a bit of pressure now, defensive 45. Burlack takes on a couple, heads out towards the boundary line. Still in play.
Siren.
We've got a good game on our hands, fellas.
We certainly do indeed.
We have. Okay, there's 3 goals the difference.
That's right, long break.
There's a good game in here.
Score indeed. Sunbury 8 goals 5. Lead Riddle and Romsey, I should say, 5 goals 4. You're on 100.7. Back shortly for all the action.